What noise do fish make? Are there going to be any tigers today? What noise do tigers make? Are we going to see some pigs? What noise do pigs make? And what about cows? Are we going to see any cows? Yeah, but mostly we're going to see some fish, aren't we? And what do fish do again? Well, just paid my pools. There's at least 13 on it, which is not bad for a little midweek knock-up. I'm going to get suited and booted because I'm not sure how much time or how long they take to find my key. It's a good start, isn't it? Where's my key? I'm not sure how much time we're actually going to have to set up some drawers. They like to have a bit of a chat. We've got to drive round to phase 3, which is where the lakes are today, which we're fishing. I think we're going to be on 2 out of the 3, Thames, Avon and Severn. I'm not sure which 2 we're going to be fishing, but it should be a good match. Well, this is Avon Pool, and as you can see, it's a donut lake with a lake in the middle called Inner Avon, which normally has about 3 or 4 anglers on it on the bigger matches. It won't be in today. We'll just be on the outside lake, which is the main Avon lake. But it's a nice lake, and Severn's in as well. Severn's normally the lake to be on, I think, and Peg's 11 and 25, where it's like the widest part of the lake. But you never know where it's going to be won from today. So my tip is Severn, but Avon's definitely got a chance. Some nice big fish in here, and hopefully we'll get a few bites. Well, my reckoning, it's about 3 minutes before they're off. So let's have a quick look at my side tray. I've got a bit of corn there. I've just put a bit of swim stim pellets, so the green one on that. So we've got some 4 and 6 mil expanders. Again, with a bit of pellet soak on. Green pellets here, green swim stim pellets, so everything's green. So 2 mil fishery pellets. A little bit of milled expander. Don't know if I'll be using that. Some maggots, which is about 3 times more than I need, and some bread. That's pretty much all you need for Makins this time of year. Probably just need a tin of corn and a slice of bread, to be honest, but it's nice to have some maggots and pellets on standby. There is some colour in the lake, so as you can see there, point there, there's some brambles. And I've seen a few fish top in there, but I can't get a plummet anywhere near it because of all the trailing branches. So, and Steve Hayward's just turned up on peg 8, and it's 3 minutes before the off, and he's in no rush to get ready. So he's obviously waiting for a few fish to gather in his peg. I've got a good angler either side. Steve Hayward's a very, very good angler. Fishes all the time, especially here. And I've got Gazwood on peg 1. So we've all got a bit of room. We're on Avon and Severn today, and I think we all fancy Severn to win, but you never quite know. But no one's in a rush, no one's on the boxes, and we've got 2 minutes to go. We're definitely fishing 10 till 3 because that's what they told me in the morning, and if we're not, I won't be able to pick my daughter up from nursery. So anyway, there we are. Oh, and as far as kits go, I've got all sorts laid down there, but at the moment I've just got 2 rigs set up. So one on 10 to 12 slick, and one on 8 to 10 slick. I haven't got anything on this rig yet. And they're both our favourite Malman Mojos, one in the blue colour, one in my original grey colour. Not shot them properly yet or anything, but one's got an 014 to a 16, and one's got an 0125 to an 18 up. Very, very simple, both 0.2. Depth wise, it is 27, 32 and 36 inches. So how do I know that? Because on my top kit, I'll show you on this one, you have depth markers on these short kits, these matrix short kits, which I'm just having an experiment with today. And they only go up to 30 inches because obviously they're designed for shallow fishing. But I have turned it over, and with an old Sharpie marker pen, I've gone up in inch increments, 18, 24, 36, all the way up to the top So 66 inches, and then there's the tip. So it's just something I'm playing with, but it seems at the moment very, very useful. I can just, without Tipp-Ex or pencils or anything like that, I know exactly how deep it is, and so I can set all my rigs to those depths by the inch. So so that's why now I've got 27 inches down the edge. I've got exactly 36 inches down the middle, and what did I say, 32 inches tight across. So basically that's why one rig can do all 3 depths, because it's so shallow and silty, this venue. So, which is why you don't want to feed lots of bait as well. And these fish are notorious for backing off, so you don't want to feed loads of bait today. And that's it, nice and simple. 2 nets at the moment. I've got a 3rd net on standby. One's for carp and one's for silvers and carp up to £2, I think. And there we are. Right, might as well start off on the heavy rig. 8mm punch, 16/014. It's a bit of colour today, it's not clear, and there's no F1s in here, so it's out and out carp. A little squeeze. No one's in a rush to start, which is weird. Start dabbing a bit of bread about, short of the far bank to begin with. See what we can catch. Guy on the opposite bank has asked if we've started yet as well. Nobody shouted up, but we're 4 minutes into the match, and the 2 anglers either side haven't even sat on the boxes yet. Welcome to Leicestershire / Warwickshire. We're right on the border here. Just going to double around in open water just for a little bit, just to see. I'm tempted with this colour just to very quickly try straight in front of me and not bother dobbing left and right just yet. Let the fish sort of settle there if they're a bit shy, and come sort of 6-7 metres and start off with a bit of bait, probably on pellet. So Gaz is only just putting his keep nets in. Nothing there. Just drop it in a likely looking hole at the moment. Let's see what's what. So Steve has 2 or 3 carp roll on the point where he is to my left. Nothing's rolled in front of me for the last 10-15 minutes, but I've had a couple of people coming behind me, which doesn't help at this time of year. And it's just starting to rain a little bit now. It's that fine rain that soaks you through. We just have a little rough dob around before we venture near that far bank. Don't always have to go tight across at the start on these matches. Just have to assign really. Just fan round in a little bit of an arc. And the other thing today, I'm deliberately using short kits today. I normally use normal length carp kits, but it's more of an experiment really to see how I get on in a match. Trying to catch this sort of size of carp on short kits. It's not something I normally do, because it's only about 13 metres wide and they've not got a load of places to run. I'm using slightly lighter elastic in short kits, and basically just to see how well they cope at this time of year. Normally I would be using normal length kits, but sometimes it's too much elastic, so I'm just having an experiment really, more than anything. And I've also got a short number 3 on as well, so yes, I've got 30 metres of pole in my hand, but I'm probably only fishing about 11 metres in all honesty, once you take off the length of the kit and the length of the number 3. But it's just an experiment today. These little matches are useful for having a little play. So that's what we're going to do. Just had a little bite, but it did look a little bit silverfishy. So I've quickly had a... Yeah, it's a roach. Told you. I knew that was a roach. 8mm bread. Oh well, we haven't blanked. Quick look on a 6mm. Pinch of bait. Tree out of the way. Just wait on that for a little bit and just see. I think once we catch one or two, they're just going to back off into the gaps. A big mistake having big gaps on a winter match, really, especially on a snake lake, because they'll just sit in the middle of them. But there's a bit of colour, so we've got a chance of catching a few early and late. I think the middle part of the session could be a bit tricky, but we'll see. If we get a bite early on pellet here though, I'll be all and made up really. Show me there's a few fish about. Nothing on that short pellet line. Not too much of a surprise, but it's worth having a quick look. I'm looking around, no one's had a fish yet. Steve's just lost a roach on the way in on bread, so there's a few silvers feeding, but no carp at the moment. Not seen Gaz have anything either, and we're all dobbing at the moment. I can tell that. All over the place, down the edge and across, because the fish on this venue live down the edge as much as they do across, although this lake in particular is a bit shallower down the edge than some of them. Some of the other snake lakes on this complex are deeper down the edge than across. It's the other way around on Avon. Have a little dab around anyway. I know I'll catch some up to those brambles to the left, but I just think I don't want to go there too quickly and then push them into Steve's peg. So have a look where I don't think there's any fish first. And then start fishing where I think the fish definitely are. I think if you go straight in too soon, you just push them out the peg. I think the target is going to be 30 to 40 pound today. 10 to a dozen fish would be very, very good. Depends on the size. Yep, so far it looks like we're all catching roach on bread. That bite could have been a carp, but I'm pretty sure it was a roach. They're having it immediately. Yeah, they're not carp. What I'm going to do, just in case, put the corn skin on. Just a little bit more roach proof. Or two. Just one corn skin. The roach don't tend to have a corn skin so much as a bit of bread. 3 bites. Fast there. Probably just catch another roach on this. It's dancing a little bit. A carp would just wallop that under. So, the guy behind me is proper malleting in some steaks. He's obviously here for the duration. I'm not sure I'd be whacking tent posts in this sort of time of year, or any time of year to be honest. Come on, carp. The only problem is dragging my plummet left and right all along the far bank. There's loads of trailing stems and branches and things. Makes it hard to put the rig in, and obviously makes it hard to get the fish out as well if they decide to run up the bank. Another reason for using the short kits, because it's less elastic, so I've hopefully can boss the fish a little bit more. There we are. Like I said, he's going straight for the brambles. It's right to start on a heavier rig, I think. This one's pulling. And now he's trying to get under the bank. Come on. If I get this in, I'll be very happy with how these shortcuts have behaved. Get away from there. the only problem. Letting the fish so close in. They can dive under the bank and through your platform legs a little bit easier. Just a couple of pound anyway. Might be in the wing, the way he's going. You might never know. We're off. Where's he up to? I think he's just come out in the net. Oh, he's like a block of ice. Little mirror. Good start. Bingo. We're off. Gaz is on peg 1 and there's a bridge on his peg that goes over to Inner Avon, which is directly opposite me. So there's always going to be fish under that bridge, and obviously being an end peg and a bridge, it's always going to be a good peg throughout the year. But this isn't a bad peg where I am. I think Steve's peg to my left on paper is better, because he's got an aerator, and fished this lake quite a bit this time of year over the years, and I think it's a little bit deeper as well on that peg. Certainly just plumbing up this peg today, it's shallower to my right than it is to my left, only about an inch or two, but sometimes that can make all the difference. So I'm just trying to make plenty of excuses before the way in. I was all ready to have a little 9-foot rod set up to chuck to my left before Steve turned up 5 minutes before the start. So that can stay in the van now. If that's 3 fish an hour, I'll be more than happy, I think, today. It's not going to be too frantic. There's going to be little bursts of fish, I think, and then periods of complete inactivity. But I do find phase 3 on Makins a fascinating lake. They're old and wise fish. They're not massive. Well, there are some big fish in here, but in the main they're not massive. But they're very hard to catch. Try a 10mm punch now. A big bit of punch. But I was coaching the other day at a venue, and we caught the best on 10mm bread. And it's not something I'll be doing where I've been fishing a lot of places lately, but here it's definitely worth a go. I mean, I've been fishing 6mm at Tunnel Barn the most, but it's definitely worth a go here. Proper carp, and it certainly worked where I was coaching. I'm going to put another barrel on as well, just to go a little bit tighter to the bank. I don't think they're directly in front of me. Oh, Gaz has got another one on. I think he's going to win the match today. Early predictions. Go long with pellet now. Just a pinch. Just a pinch of micros there. Right, I'm going to try angling to my right. Just a bit of corn. Let's just swap that pot for one that's non-spill. Going to put, what's that, 8 micros and 2 grains of corn. That might be too much. Just going to angle that to my left. Try not to spill. put it on the way. Just there, I think. Looks fishy. Just lower that in over the top. This way is where I feel the fish are. To my right, the wind's catching a bit more to the right, so it might be a fraction warmer to my left. It just feels like the fish are to my left rather than to my right. I know Gaz has caught 2 carp to my right, but he's fishing way to his right under a bridge, so he's not fishing towards me. But these fish are rarely where you expect them to be. And we just basically just trying to get a reaction first and just keep looking around, see if I can see a bubble or a fish moving. An odd fish rolled at the start all over the venue behind me in the lake, the other side of the hedge, and in my peg. So there's fish here. It's whether they want to open their mouths. Corn is a very good bait at Makins, and pellet. Obviously got maggots on standby as well. And we'll see how we get on with this, then we'll get back on with the bread rig and we'll start searching a bit further afield. Right, back on the bread. 10mm punch, and purely because of the amount of silverfish dinks and dibs I'm getting. I'll try corn skins again soon, but I've gone a lot closer towards those brambles now. I've already bottled it and I've gone to where I think the fish are hanging out. But it's not looking too promising. Steve's already walking to my left. Doesn't feel like they're in a cooperative mood today. I think they're just going to be hiding. Ooh, that was a bit of a linery sort of bite. Definitely a liner or something. Something brushed the line. Told ya. Exactly where I thought they'd be. I can extract them. Oh, he's going. He's running. He's running. He's running. Come away. Come away. Come away. Big puffs of mud coming up about 3 metres off the bank. That shows how clear it is. See a good fish or foul hooked or both. Tell there was a fish there because it just sort of shuddered like a proper liner, so I knew there was something there on the roller. Oh, it's a good fish. I think it's bigger than what I had before. Oh yeah. Oh, I nearly should have had him then. Get out of it, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it. Under the bank. Definitely right, the fish O14 on this bread. He's in the mouth. Just angry. Just like hugging the near and far banks, these fish. Always fight hard at Makins. Because because they're so undercut, the banks in places. Well, he's got a big head on him, but I don't know if he's got a very big body. He'll do though. Twice the size of the last one. Just on the top lip. Nice. That's exactly where I thought they were, but I just wanted to check they weren't elsewhere first. I'm going to shell up a little bit more actually. Well, they're like piranhas, those roach at the moment. I'm going to try double 10 now. Piranhas. Pull them back on. Four. Just two. Have you not had any yet? Yeah, and me. That's a big fish. Crikey. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Doesn't do anything when I look to it. Get away from them brambles. Saw him as soon as I looked. Not sure how I managed to get that one out of the brambles. He didn't do anything when I hooked him, and then he went berserk. Let's mirror again. I think they're in those brambles, that's where they are. Doesn't feel like they're anywhere else in the peg at the moment other than in that little hot spot. Stupidly, I haven't put any back shot on yet and the wind's just getting up, so drop that one. Couple of number 8s just to help stop that bow forming, a bit more stability. There we are. And we're still on a big bit of punch. Seems to be right at the moment. I'd rather put 8 on, but too many roach. And talking to Steve next door, he says he's getting bitted out. That's why he went for a walk. Replumbed about 14 metres both ways. And in the deeper water now. Just tighten up a little bit. Set the hook. That'll be about 13 metres towards those brambles. We're still 2 or 3 metres off. Now I think I've got, well, I know I've got 3, Gaz has got 2, Steve's got none, and I think the guy around from him, which will be 8, 9, 10, probably about peg 12, I think he's got at least 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 now. So I'm doing alright, I'm in the race. Just need a little run of fish. There's a lot of silvers in the peg at the moment, definitely. And if the carp are backing away, obviously the silvers take their place, and they're the hungry fish. Just very reluctant to feed any quantity of bait at the moment.
I know this venue, they're just scared of bait. You just need enough to spark a reaction and get a fish. You can never put a volume in here and expect to catch until maybe the last hour. You can sometimes attack it a little bit more. I'm fishing 2 hours now, 3 carp in 2 hours. It's not great, but it's okay. That just wallowed up when I hooked him, and kicked up no end of mud as well. Still see the cloud of mud. It all got wrapped around a load of branches, but we got him. That's definitely where they are, in those brambles. I'm very lucky to get that out. It's quite a docile one. I had 3 or 4 roach. Put a corn skin back on and back in business. Where we're at. Five. Right, I've just had a little dog around without feeding anything on the bottom with a grain of corn, and now I've got to feed some out. I have plumbed up before the start, but I just want to double check the depths really. I'm going to just tap some bait in. It's time of day now to actually feed. That's a bit shallower than I thought there. That wasn't the same spot that I plumbed at the start, so it's a good job I did check. I pinned out, pop the plummet out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to plumb up down the edge as well, the exact same depth. Swing between them. Thought about corn, but I'm going to go in with a pinch of pellets. Let's see. I'm going to shorten the lash up a little bit as well. The wind's just getting up. A little bit swirly now. I don't want it to be blowing anything around, little twigs and brambles. It's just absolutely infested with brambles over there. Just going to swap for a little pot there. It's the smallest one. It's easy for pinches of pellets. Now I've re-tackled this rig up with an 014 hook length to an 18. Oh, that was a bite. Liner or something straight away. I'm hoping this is a clear spot amongst the brambles. And this rig has got 8 to 10 on, and I'm just umming and ahhing if I should be on the red. Definitely had a liner straight after feeding those pellets, so there's something in the peg. Come on, fish. Please let me feed some bait today. I don't want to just catch dobbin. Please eat some bait. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of 4mm expanders, but here, because it's carp, I've always caught a lot more on a 6mm. It's just a little bit more substantial, a little bit more of an anchor as well. You just seem to get better bites on a 6mm than a 4. Obviously I can try corn as well. And I'm sure they're probably a couple of feet or more further behind those brambles. Just sat there having none of it today. This is the nearest I can go. Steve's had one to my left now. I'm not sure if he lost it actually, but he's finally up to carp. It took him 3 hours. And I've not seen Gaz have any more to my right. So I'm doing alright on the lake. I think the guy round the corner who I can't see has got more. But I'm doing okay. I'm holding my own. Well, I never. He's foul looked and he's off. After. Still up the far bank. He's on pellet. Still got some grunt in him. Felt like a proper bite. Good. This one has got to be foul up. I don't know how I've got him out the brambles. There's plumes of mud everywhere now. And I've pulled and pulled and pulled and he's somehow come out the brambles. My God. He's either gone down and up straight away. He feels like he's in the mouth, but I'm not connected to him. I'm not connected with him until about a foot deep. feels like it's in the mouth. Gobsmacked if he is. It's a big fish. It's got to be found. It's got to be found. It's in the mouth. It's a miracle. Come away from there. He is in the mouth. Wow. Look at me. He will do. He will do nicely.
Well, I think Gaz to my right has got about 5 or 6. Steve's actually packing up now to my left, but the guy on is about peg 12 round the corner. I keep seeing his landing net going up, so I think he's winning the lake. He's definitely been catching some fish. I could hear his puller kit wheel as well whizzing, so I think I'm doing all right. So, but no signs down the edge. I put some maggots down the edge now, and just no signs at all. It just feels a bit too shallow down there today and a bit too still. Everything I'm going to catch is going to be around these brambles today, it seems. So I'll just keep plugging away. Well, there you are, the match is over, and I've not had another fish. So I've had one fish the last hour, putting the third net syndrome in. So although I have put it in really gently, I don't think that's been the blame, to be honest. I just think they've just scarpered a little bit, and I've just been roached out a little bit the last hour. I've tried corn, nothing, and all my bites have come to a 6mm expander in the last couple of hours. So they've been good, they have. So yeah, it sounds like there's a couple of people admitting to 40 plus, maybe £50, and I must have £40. So it's going to be close, but I don't think I've won the lake, but I'll be there or thereabouts.
Just tap 2 or 3 grains of corn in and just sit on the deck and wait.
That's 2 hours.
You had any on bread?
Yeah, 5 or 6. 2 on corn. I fished corn skins because the roach was so bad.
I had 2 on corn skins.
You should have said, oh. Fish last hour.
Trouble is, you don't expect to catch much of this stuff, do you?
All pound 15. All 15. $47.2.
This way. Can I get one as well?
You put that on bloody Facebook, did you? It's this late today, this one.
Hey?
It's late.
Yeah. First and second. Stop here,
Well, I've got a couple of nice envelopes there. Second in the match, £52 1 ounce. There was a £70 about 3 or 4 anglers further around, 1, 2, 3, 4 anglers further around. And then Mark Griffiths has won 7 pull with £47. So pretty tight frame. I don't think I could have caught £70 unless I could have kept those fish coming. But they've just disappeared in the last hour. I ended up with about a dozen carp, 6 or 7 on dobbing around with bread and corn, and then the rest on 6mm expander over micro. So nice fishing. They've all been in one spot, all around those brambles. Nothing down the edge, nothing down the middle, nothing anywhere else really. So it's just a case of sort of trying to plunder that spot without scaring the fish too much every time I've hooked them. I've done really well to get them out of the brambles, I think. So very, very lucky not to have lost some in those branches. I've had one come off which I hooked at half depth, and it's ran down the lake and come off. But everything that's gone through the brambles, I've somehow managed to get out. A couple of foul hookers, but most of them have been in the mouth. And I think I've had five on 10mm bread,
which is unusual for me fishing 10mm bread, but there was that many roach in the peg, and everyone said the same. They've all had roach trouble today, so so you've had to put something on a bit more substantial. A couple on corn skins, and then the rest on 6mm expander over the fishery pellet feed. So just tapping in little bits of bait and waiting for a bite. But the silverfish have overrun the peg a little bit in the last hour. I didn't really have anywhere else to go. So, but yeah, enjoyable. Real nice change from where I've been going lately. Nice to catch some proper carp rather than F1s. And I've got a soft spot for Makins. I do a lot of coaching here. Very kind to me over the years, and it's always really nice to be fishing the place. So yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back for a few more matches in the spring and summer, and hopefully I can pick up where I've left off today with a few more envelopes.